All right, and we're back.
Thank God.
Let me just
Hi, back.
see here.
Thank you, back.
Okay. So
Are we collective?
we actually got somewhat far in this conversation, but we didn't actually finish it. So let's just start over from the beginning here.
Okay.
What day are we on right now? We're on
Day 2.
Day 2.
I'd love to get to day 3.
Alrighty, let's get started. I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
I mean, if she makes food.
What?
I love how
It worked.
Yuri was immediately attacked by her cats the second she had a line.
Well, I was moving to make the screen bigger.
Honestly,
And-
if
Then Bluff just started rubbing his head on my hand while I was clicking.
Aww.
That's a concern. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations.
Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets that we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event.
Ah, sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing.
Performing?
Monica?
Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too.
it's called a poetry slam.
Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see.
Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea?
Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never
Wait,
in my life
they agree?
do something like that.
A rare moment.
Yeah. The thing is, as much as like the narrative initially paints Natsuki and Yuri as like polar opposites, they really aren't. They're just coming at things from like different perspectives.
They're both kind of adorable introverts in very different ways. Is kind of a way to look at that.
They're also both kind of socially anxious in their own ways.
Mm-hmm.
Which is part of why they don't get along so well.
Well, I mean, the thing is, they don't have to not get along.
I mean, they don't, but I think they're just similar enough and just different enough that makes it so that they can grind each other's gears.
I'm just gonna point out that, technically speaking, you remember how we told Yuri that Natsuki had a very similar poem to her?
Yep.
You don't have to tell her that.
Oh, really?
That was optional.
Oh, wow. You'd be interesting. All right. Imagine it. Yuri shakes her head. Got it. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Sayori was otherwise distracted.
Guys.
No, Sayori.
Monica says with her ponytail in her mouth.
Eating my hair.
I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But...
Somebody's doing something to their mic.
Huh.
Yeah, I heard
Oh, that's
something
me.
running against the mic.
It's not, but
it's just close enough.
it's
that-
just close enough that it's coming in, so I'll scooch it this way.
Okay.
Proceed. Thank you, Alan.
I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same.
As she pokes Sayori in the eye. Or not Sayori, Natsuki in the eye.
And you just hear like a soft squish sound, like
Oh god. Ah.
let me just get that contact out of there from somebody else.
And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about.
Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings. Being intimate with yourself.
Oof.
Sayori.
Finding new horizons. Shut up. And
Cringe.
having fun. Shut up.
Cringe.
Sorry.
Everyone, shut up.
That's overly sappy, but that's right! And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others?
Nope.
To inspire them to find that same feelings that brought you here in the first place?
I was hungry when I came here in the first place.
Yeah, there were
I'm gonna say,
cupcakes.
protagonist is literally just here because he was promised cupcakes and then saw a
Yeah,
bunch
we
of
were
cute girls.
promised cupcakes.
Mm-hmm. I know you do. I know we all do.
Yeah, human beings do have the innate sense of hunger.
And hold on a sec.
Stop eating your ponytail, Monica.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't have much left at this rate.
You gotta remind us to tell you what we're eating because it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Well,
It's more a locational thing.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Wait
said the
until
location
after.
earlier.
Gotcha.
And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it.
Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but
It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Honestly, throwing someone in head first like that is actually kind of rude. I'm still on their side.
okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with.
All right.
Phew!
It's not that I even think it's a wrong idea. I just think, springing it on two people that you know
Are like,
are
Socially.
uncomfortable in social situations.
yeah.
Right,
they're-
and having
or
like
not.
3 people do it is still better than having none of the group do it. So,
Yeah.
you know, the people who want to do it, great. The people who don't want to do it, also great.
And maybe they can help out in other ways.
I am a strong believer in social consent, even in things
Oh,
that
yeah.
are like, "Hey,
as
could
one
you
person
perform?"
said, consent is sexy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
Your mic is doing it again.
Is it? I'm gonna
Yeah.
mute when. Well, no, because I'm protagonist.
Yeah, no.
Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces.
I guess I don't really have a choice.
Sorry.
You okay?
I said it and then I was like,
heard that, and it
ridiculous.
was like sounded like you were deflating.
I did. Let me get deflated.
you ever start to say a line and you're like, no, that was ridiculous. You gotta.
Oh, I get
Yeah.
you. No, I know.
Where you're like, yeah, you say a line, you're like, oh, that's not what she's saying at all.
All the time. All the time. And
I was-
sometimes inadvertently.
Yeah,
but
you
all
get,
the
like-
time.
You get like halfway through the line, you're just like, this isn't right. This has never been right. I'm a fraud.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like this is like a supervillain laugh, and I was like, that's not quite what I think this scene is going for. Let me try that one again.
Sayori, the supervillain.
That's everyone.
Sayori laughs or genocidal laugh.
It's not genocide Jill. No.
Oh.
It's genocide Sayori.
You're the best, Yuri.
Sorry, this club is seriously going to be death of me.
So, from my understanding then, of everyone here, only 2 people aren't eating, and that's Natsuki and Sayori.
Hey,
I got hungry.
it's way too late for me to be eating.
This is early.
Never.
This is early. Our family dinner time. It is
What?
Monica's line.
Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
She should be very glad that she said
Monica.
of yours, because I would bet if she was like, pick any poem you'd like, Yuri would fucking pull out like the Iliad and go, it's technically a poem.
You're gonna lose 3 members, Yuri.
No way!
Yeah, I almost feel like this is gonna like create more problems than it does gain members.
Monica! Too sudden!
Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers?
Oh no.
Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable.
Can I go next?
Of course. Now let's see.
It's always how like classroom presentations go.
Yeah, you either
Yeah.
have to be the first or the last person to go. Being in the middle is terrible for some reason.
I mean, it depends
Yeah.
on the presentation, but yeah.
Because like,
One time I had to give a 15-minute presentation on trees.
Nice.
Yeah, I always like going first if I can help it, or at least like close to the pack at first.
Yeah.
Because like it feels like you're gonna be judged more leniently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While like if you go last, I know that that's another one that a lot of people go for, but I don't like going last because it feels like, well, now everyone else has gone before me, so I either need to end on a strong note or I need to at least not suck, so that way I don't get judged terribly.
No. I feel like towards the end, people legitimately stop caring. And so, like, no one's really listening to you.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I do kind of have a curve when I grade my papers. Not
Is
really,
it-
these are 6-year-olds. But but like I start with like, yeah, oh no, that's fine. You get like an A, like, cool. And then about halfway through, I'm like, yeah, but you know what? That one was slightly better. And then at the end, I'm like, you know what? I need to finish grading. You get an A. You get an A. You get an A.
Everyone gets an A.
Oh, see, for me, I'm like the reverse on that, where I'm like, I usually start off like, kind of... I start off usually very lenient, but giving a lot of good feedback. Middle, I'm, like, still giving some feedback, but I'm not as lenient anymore. And then by the end, I'm now very critical and giving no more feedback, because I want to be done.
See,
You get
and when I look at
see.
presentations, I look at each one as its standalone thing. Because I was in the speech forensics.
Wait, Alan, I have a question then.
Yeah.
Does that mean, in order to game your class, does that mean I have to turn in my stuff first or last?
First would be best, because like I said, I'm more critical, but also not giving as much
Okay,
feedback to the
so
people
like
at the end.
you grade the first ones coming in. Okay, so like you heard it here, folks. If you want to game Alan's classes, turn your stuff in as quickly as possible, so that you don't have to
Regardless
like
of quality.
That's not a
regardless
bad
of the
strategy.
quality. Regardless.
Okay, no, I will say if you give me shit, you're gonna get graded like that. If you give me like at least a passable one that's actually like, oh yeah, no, you meet the points I asked you for, I will grade that more leniently, and I'll be like, oh hey, here's some feedback for how you can improve in the future as well. And the reason why is because I'm not so burnt out on grading 100+ papers by then. Especially if it's early. If I get a chance to grade things early, I will be more likely to give feedback on those early papers and be like, hey, here's how you can improve since you're a go-getter.
Man, I am so glad that I am in classes that are not that big.
Oh,
Yeah, no, a lot of the classes I teach, like, 60 is the minimum class size.
Yep.
Oh god, yeah, no, I can't even. No. I don't think that's even the size of the department, man. Like,
Oh, yeah.
we should
Whoa.
continue on though.
Mhm.
yes, yes, we should.
Monica flips through a notebook, deciding which papers to grade first.
She grades the Iliad.
It's not
She-
pretty.
She then grades the Iliad, gives it an F.
She looks Virgil in the eye and says, you ain't no Homer, bitch.
She then stands behind the podium.
The title of this poem is The Way They Fly.
Monica begins reading her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life.
You ready, Hannah?
Yeah, Hannah, do you hear this description?
Building. All right.
Is this something she's done before? Or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica.
Just Monica.
Sayori looks amazed. I'm just Monica. You're...
Oh, jeez.
Anywhere else, I'd be a 10. But this random guy hits on all my friends.
Get back to your lines,
Oh.
DJ.
Oh, God.
I'm so sorry. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand.
I'm just gonna say this to you, DJ. Just remember all of these moments later on in this game.
Oh, I know. I've been picking up that there actually probably is going to be a problem with us hitting on literally all her friends, but not her.
Don't worry about that. It's all fine. I'm just gonna say, like, hey, she loves you too. All the girls here love you. You're
Aw.
the best guy. And don't you ever forget that they all love you with everything in their hearts, DJ, alright?
He's giving me a concerned look. Well,
How can love be bad?
Exactly.
Don't be concerned. It's a harem anime.
It's a game.
The more you guys sarcastically talk about this game, the more nervous I am about it.
No. Everything's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
The thing is, we really actually could just be fucking with you, DJ, and you would never know. This might just be a genuinely normal-ass game, and I've got
Which is why
everyone in on
before it says it deals with intense themes such as depression, please do not play this game.
It's a big community thing to gaslight the newcomers into the community.
That'd be so funny.
I've actually seen a few things that are like that. Like, I think one of my favorite ones is, for anyone born after the year 2000, just tell them that they will never understand the before times.
You're right. I will never understand the before
I take
times.
offense to that one.
The before times.
Listen, those were
Before
the
I
days.
was born after the
The
Like-
year 2000.
year
You don't
2000.
remember
I wasn't
pre-Y2K?
even conscious.
Lindsay's not
enough
old enough to
Crazy.
even be around for Y2K.
That's crazy.
I wasn't even conscious for that.
Alright, guys. I'm sorry. I've derailed us.
I was not conceived in when Y2K happened. Actually, no, I was conceived. Never
Harry,
mind.
you're old enough to remember the before times.
No, he's
I was
not.
born on 2000.
Oh.
See, the
Yeah.
problem is.
I'm
the
younger than
problem
Seth.
is.
Well, then you were alive then for
For the year of Y2K.
The
Yeah.
problem
I was
is,
alive for the year, but I was born in October.
I still got a lot of the before time stuff,
Mhm.
and also got the after the time stuff.
God.
You see, there's like this time portal that opened up, and it like just some of the stuff from the before times ended up over here in this new universe. But
Look, you just have to understand, in the 2010s, we created a portal that pulled things that were supposed to be from the 80s, but they got really rainbowified by the portal.
To future editing Alan and to 1030 Sam, I am so sorry for derailing us. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes Finally, Monica finishes the recitation.
Alright, everyone, you gotta give the poetry clap, which is the snaps.
You can't hear it, but I'm doing it.
you can't hear it, yeah. I'm trying.
Yeah, I'm
My
trying.
Let's try.
mic picks up on everything, so here we go. Pew! Pew! Oh, I have lines. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica.
Yeah, everyone, Hannah did such a good job with reading that poem. Come on, give her a round of
So
applause,
amazing.
guys.
Thank you.
Like, way to go, Hannah.
Thank you.
Hannah, you amaze me every day because you are just that amazing, but that was the best reading of that piece of poetry I've ever seen.
Thank you. Thank you.
This might be your greatest work. This is what we'll remember you by.
Yes. Thank you all very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori?
Go next.
Oh, okay. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Like a bitch.
I just love the, oh, okay. Oh, you want to confront me?
Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. It's almost like I need more training.
Power of my friends.
I'll never be able to beat a master like Monica.
Poetry Mon. Gotta read
Gotta
them all.
Oh.
No, I feel like that's more a Yu-Gi-Oh thing to be like, I can't wait till I beat the master.
No,
Actually,
no.
to be fair, technically a rap battle is literally just a poetry duel.
Uh-huh.
So technically, it's time to duel.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, isn't rap supposed to be
It
rhythm and poetry?
Yeah,
basically
it
is.
is.
If
It is.
people who are like, I
Also-
don't like rap, I'm like, because you're trying to listen
You can-
to music, not
See-
words, so we have a problem.
See,
here.
I like rap when it doesn't have a lot of like content in it that's literally just, pardon my French, fuck bitches get money.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'd like to mind you, in Yu-Gi-Oh, the main character is a person who is quite literally the best Yu-Gi-Oh player to ever exist. Like, that's established from the get-go. That's not like a thing that's proven.
Nice.
Now, are you referring to Yugi or Yami?
I'm referring to Yami Yugi, who is
Okay.
the one who plays in most of the battles.
That's true. Fair enough.
Okay, we
I
just
But
stand
like,
there.
it is like established from the get-go.
Yeah.
He is
What?
he is the best Yu-Gi-Oh player out there ever that ever existed. And that's like the whole thing. That's why Yugi, like the end of Yu-Gi-Oh is Yugi beating Yami Yugi and becoming the new crowned absolute ruler of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Does he
So-
get
And
trapped
with
in
that,
a?
Harry has activated my trap card.
Because that's
We're
the
gonna
whole
be
reason.
stuck
That's the
here
whole
talking
thing is
about Yu-Gi-Oh for the
Yami,
next 30 minutes.
That is true.
Yami
That's very
Yugi
true,
actually
Lindsay.
wants to
Paper
lose.
between her hands
muted.
and stands up.
All right, I
I'm
heard the
muted,
line.
Keeping her head down, she walks over to the podium.
This poem is called
The History of Yu-Gi-Oh! A small 1,000-part series.
Yuri anxiously glances at each of us, not wanting to reveal her Yu-Gi-Oh, her love for Yu-Gi-Oh.
I love you.
I play this poem in defense mode.
No, you're not supposed
Do
to say
it,
that.
Yuri. You can do it.
It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye.
Ring.
Yuri's
Fuck
voice,
you.
my voice shakes as I got caught
What?
in my throat. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts to read the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealing inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps. Damn it.
Oh, there goes gravity.
reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
I would
Mom
love if I
spaghetti?
could get Yuri's sprite to then go flying up into the sky.
Mom spaghetti. Mom spaghetti.
Yuri snapped back into reality, lost gravity, had a bit of mom spaghetti, and then glances around as if bewildered, even by herself.
Was it Hannah that said palm spaghetti?
All sweaty.
Oh,
Mom spaghetti.
Mom spaghetti.
Back to reality. Mom spaghetti.
Now, can I just say, sweaty spaghetti would sound even worse.
Yummy.
Oh, please no.
There's vomit already on his sweater. Sweaty spaghetti.
I know you're right.
I'm fine, Wub. Thank you for worrying.
Whoops, checking in on her sweaty spaghetti.
No, I'm sneezing, and he's like, Mom?
Yo, you guys are in a mood. I kind of love it. It's up to me to save this situation by passing it back. I'm the first to start applauding.
Alright, remember poetry snaps.
I tried.
Hooray!
Yay. A for effort.
Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. You're good? Wow, didn't know that.
You can't see it, DJ, but I'm giving you the middle finger.
I mean, that's what this sounds like. This whole scene has been like, whoa, Yuri
No,
has
that's
talent.
actually real. You know, especially when you read something that is startling or something that, or do something that is out of the norm for you, or for out of the norm for like society, people are like, do we clap now? Okay, cool, we're done.
That's actually true.
Okay, cool. That was really good. Oh my gosh. Yay.
That is true, yeah.
You know,
I
they
actually
just
think
are
that-
more like, oh, well, that was amazing. I don't know what to do anymore. Oh, wait, I have to clap. That's right.
Yeah. Actually, no, so you're a theater kid. You know Fiddler on the Roof, right?
Yeah.
When after its premiere, people didn't clap.
Yeah.
They didn't know, they were like, they were dead silent, and the director was like, well, that was fun. I'm gonna go home now. And he'd like look outside, And then he read a review the next day, and it was like, that was one of the greatest pieces of theater ever made. And he was like, oh my gosh, okay.
Yep.
So I guess that's kind of the case here.
Not to be a bummer, but I do have to go.
Okay.
Oh, like for right now?
Yeah, like right now.
Okay, well then have a good night, Morgan.
I'm sorry,
Have a
guys.
good night,
See you
Night,
later.
Morgan.
Good night.
Sorry.
I shall be her under study now.
Woo.
Right.
As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Monica has a egg roll in her mouth and is waiting to say her line.
I want an egg roll.
I want dumplings. Fried dumplings.
It is yummy.
Crab Rangoon.
Ooh.
Fair,
Me and
Alan.
Morgan know a good crab rangoon place.
Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing.
Way to go,
Looks
Yuri.
like-
That was a great read of that line. Way to go.
Yay!
Looks like Yuri is down for the count.
Okay.
She's done peopling.
I guess I'm next then.
Alan is shockingly good at being Sayori and hops out of his chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one's called My Meadow, and if you ever dare question me again, it'll be the end of your life.
Oh God.
Honestly, how good you're at Sayori is weirding me out a bit, Alan.
Ah,
Weren't you the original one to do Sayori before?
I mean, yeah.
it's a surprisingly good Sayori, Alan.
Okay.
I guess that's DJ wasn't there for like the original.
Yeah, the original
Voice act.
playthrough was me, Female Sam, Hannah, and Andrew. Andrew was the protagonist at the time, so that meant I had to pull double duty at that point as Sayori and Natsuki.
Oh
And Morgan was
no.
coming in from time to time.
thought I
and
was-
that's when we-
Oh wait, I think you were Natsuki as well.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I was Natsuki and Monica.
Mm-hmm.
I almost said something.
Sorry, I giggled.
Sayori.
It's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily?
Ah. Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head.
My
Wall.
stupid thought was just close your eyes and then you won't see them. And I'm like, then how would you read the poem?
I will do something no one has ever done before. I will read blind. You
my head.
You stare at a piece of paper with your eyes blindfolded.
Oh
It's
my
your-
god.
It's your poem, so it'll come out best that way if you read it blind.
You read it blind.
I see. And by that I mean I don't see because of the blindfold.
In my head, the poem it is reading.
Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem. Sometimes it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. This poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives reset. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Aw, it's actually kind of cute. Sayori finishes, and we applaud.
And everyone clap.
Yeah, I can't snap.
Woo!
I'm
Yay.
trying.
I did it! I learned how to snap for myself.
Good job, Sayori.
Even Daniel liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean?
Whatever you want it to mean.
It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you very nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery.
I don't really understand.
In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading.
Hey, Monica, I hate to say this, but actually I explicitly said the exact opposite thing of you a second ago.
Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone.
Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more.
But I ran at 5th grade level.
DJ really loves the pose that Sayori's making.
The face, everything.
We don't have much time before the festival, you know?
Okay.
Now, who's next?
Lulu hasn't gone, yeah.
She's gonna be pissed.
Natsuki?
Especially because her poetry doesn't read out loud well.
Don't make me go before Danielle. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Danielle lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it.
Whoa!
That's
So rude.
I mean, it's true, but damn.
Yo.
Damn, yo.
It's fine. No, actually, he's not being an asshole. It's fine. It's fine. Might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection on what to read. I'll just give a go of what I wrote for today. I stand up in front of the podium.
I mean, considering all of them have heard it already, might as well.
Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward.
Quick, lady, stare into his soul.
Doki Doki, stare! Exactly.
I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much.
What a backhanded compliment.
I don't think there was any compliment to that.
I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing.
Sharks can smell fear in the water.
That's something that'll improve over time, though.
Yeah, especially if you're nice and positive words.
Thank you. All right, then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah. I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
The poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me?
It's not a bad name for a poem.
Because you're presenting.
Huh. Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting her poem, her sour attitude... Jeez, words are not coming out of my mouth today. Once she starts reciting her poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. Well, she's still a little unenthused. Her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style. and it works surprisingly well when spoken out loud.
Yeah, when you said earlier that her poems don't read well out loud, I was gonna say short poetry actually reads very well out loud. Because it gives you like here's the pause, here's when you should kind of shift in how you speak type of deal.
Yeah. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds.
Oh wait, yeah, remember snaps.
I can't hear it, but I'm doing it.
Hooray!
She huffs back to her seat.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again.
Oh, we're gonna make you do it in front of a bunch of people.
Well... Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people?
I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier.
That's actually true.
I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing.
That's actually valid.
Yeah, I can understand that.
That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'd be the other way around for me.
Well, that's just how it is, so...
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting.
Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own.
But you
Have you
just
heard
said
that-
at the beginning that it
Yeah.
needed to be our own.
Bruh.
Surprise! I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club.
For a second there, Sam, I heard you were like very excitedly about to offer something, and I was like, my brain was like, is she gonna suggest the Iliad? Is she gonna suggest the Iliad?
I did. I did.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
Oh my
That's
god,
not a
stop
poem.
whipping Nazi, Monica!
Oh, God! Oh, God! Ah!
It makes me really happy to whip your face.
Oh my god.
You don't want to know what a sort of look DJ is giving me right now.
Ah, yeah. No problem.
Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day.
I can't wait.
Can do this. I can do this.
Alright. I stand up. There is no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori or Monica. But I'll do my best to get through it. It's for the sake of the club that I'm very invested in after a week. And impressing Monica. Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep.
Look at you two, always going home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it?
Monica, why are you whipping my face?
Wait, can you go back a scene
I
and show
can't.
it?
I can't.
She literally walked through her hair right as Hannah went. Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it.
It must be a little nice, though.
Well, How am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, Daniel. You don't have to say it.
Whatever. Let's go already.